Hi everyone, this is Sara from Life's Little Sweets. I'm going to be showing you how to do a citrus cranberry mocktail spritzer. I partnered up with SoFabFood.com and I will be getting questions from the SoFabFood team, so give me a shout out if you're there, say hi, let me know where you're from. I'd love to hear from you, and please feel free to ask any questions while I do the demo. Okay, so I'm going to run down the different ingredients that you'll need to do this citrus cranberry mocktail. But before that, I'd like to let you know that I author the blog Life's Little Sweets, and there I share easy recipes, family-friendly recipes. I live in New Jersey with my husband Eric and my daughter Margot. We have 2 dogs, Kaylee and Chloe, and I love to cook. So again, please give me a shout out. Let me know where you're from. I will have the SoFabFood team be giving me any questions right here on a chat box. Also, I want to let you know that you can go to the SoFabFood.com website and get this recipe. It's titled Citrus Cranberry Mocktail Spritzer. So I'm going to start off by listing the ingredients. You're going to want some fresh limes. We also are going to be using tangerines. I have some cranberries here. And I would also recommend freezing half the bag of cranberries so that you can use the cranberries as the ice cubes for this drink. That way the drink won't get watered down. So that's my little tip to you. I would recommend freezing them for a few hours. I usually just freeze them overnight the night before if I know I'm going to be using them in a drink. You want to be using either fresh orange juice or you could use orange juice from the carton. I have some here. I'm also going to be using seltzer water. Let me know what your favorite brand is. I love using San Pellegrino. I also like the brand La Croix. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Let me know which one you like. I'm always on the lookout for new products and different brands. I also will be showing you how to use these rosemary sprigs to make some festive flair for the mocktail. And I suggest getting some paper straws. I have some different ones here, and I just love them. I think they're awesome. They're biodegradable, so they're not filling up a landfill. And then you'll also need, for the flair, you'll need some skewers. These are 8-inch skewers. You can get them at the grocery store as well. And I raided my toddler daughter's craft supply box, and I have some pipe cleaners. You will need those for the craft that I'm going to show you for the mocktail. So I'm just going to jump right into it. And feel free to ask any questions. Let me know that you're here and watching. I have the SoFabFood team giving me the questions because there is a delay on the screen on my iPhone. So just feel free to ask those questions. I'll see them in the chat box right here. All right, I'm gonna get started now. So we need some lime juice. I'm going to slice the lime, and I'm going to use this really nifty tool. I use it all the time. It's just a citrus squeezer, and I use it every time I'm squeezing fresh citrus. Put the lime in there. I'm gonna squeeze it in right here. There we go. And you need about half a lime, okay? If you want to measure, that's about a tablespoon. Of course, if you love lime juice, you can always use more. Next, I'm going to do tangerines. Just gonna slice it up. I can use the citrus squeezer again. Now you're going to want to use a whole tangerine. And I just want to let you know, I'm using a Chardonnay glass. It's pretty large. That way I can add more of a certain ingredient if I want. Later on, I'm going to give a suggestion for, whoa, these are really juicy tangerines, so I might get sprayed here with the tangerine juice. Watch out. So that's one whole tangerine, freshly squeezed. I'm just squeezing that right now. I love the flavor of tangerines. That's where you're going to really get your sweetness from this recipe. The tangerines have a lot of sugar in them, the good kind. And you're going to get your tart flavor from the lime juice. That was half a lime. And we'll also be adding in cranberries, fresh and frozen. And I'll show you that in a minute. Now we have, so far, our half a lime. That's about 1 tablespoon of lime juice. We also have a whole tangerine, both freshly squeezed. I think there really is a difference if you're squeezing it yourself. Now, for the orange juice, I am just using orange juice from the carton, but you can squeeze your own orange juice as well. I think that would be lovely. Now let me know if you have any questions while I am doing this. I'm going to add in about half a cup of orange juice, and this is just orange juice from the carton, okay? Just try not to splash the camera there. So far we have our lime juice, our tangerine juice, and our orange juice. Now at this point, I'm going to get the sparkling water, and this is when you can dilute it more if you want. I recommend adding about a cup of sparkling water, and I'll just measure that. But you don't have to measure this. I mean, this is a very easy recipe, which actually should be live right now on the SoFabFood website, SoFabFood.com. So for this citrus cranberry mocktail that I just put together, I just added the sparkling water, okay? I have the half a lime, 1 tangerine, both freshly squeezed, and I also added in half a cup of orange juice. Also, this is when you have an option to make it a cocktail, and I want to say this is for the SoFabFood viewers who are 21 plus. So always make sure to drink responsibly. I would recommend a white wine for this mocktail. I suggest Pinot Grigio. That will be more citrusy, very light, very nice. If you want something a little more sweet, go with a Riesling. That's kind of halfway between for the sweetness. And if you want something very sweet, go with a Moscato. That makes it more of a dessert cocktail. I'm gonna check if anyone has any questions. I don't see any questions. Please give me a shout out. I would love to hear from where you are right now. Next, I'm going to show you how to do, and I'm just gonna take a sip of this. There's some cranberries already in there. It's very light, very citrusy. This would be great for, you know, any Christmas holiday gathering. Also, New Year's is coming up. This would be a fun recipe to do for a New Year's Eve party as well. I'm gonna show you right now how to add some festive flair to this mocktail or cocktail for our 21 plus SoFabFood fans. So next, I'm going to take an 8-inch skewer, okay? You can just pick these up at the grocery store or a craft supply store. And this morning, I went over to my father-in-law's and he graciously let me pick some of his rosemary, some rosemary bushes. So I sampled some of those, and I would suggest taking, depending on the size, 2 to 3 sprigs. If they are, you know, larger ones like this, you know, maybe just one. Let's take a couple here, because these ones are pretty thick. You can get rosemary sprigs at the grocery store or your farmer's market. What I'm doing is I am just removing the lower third of the needles on the sprigs. You know, when I was testing this recipe, I experimented with, we have a holly tree in our yard, and I went out and clipped a few holly sprigs and tried some of those as I was testing the recipe. And I would not suggest that, because the berries, which are out right now on holly trees, they can come off and fall into your drink. Now, I did not ingest any holly berries, but I do not suggest that. You can also just go with, you know, some faux evergreen sprigs as well. I love fresh rosemary. It's so aromatic, and I feel like it really goes very well with the citrus. So it's very complimentary. You're pleasing all your senses here. You have the smell, the taste, the sights, everything. So what I did is I sort of I take the skewer, I have the lower third, which I remove the needles from the rosemary sprig. And then, like I said, I raided my daughter's hobby craft supply, and I got some pipe cleaners here. I'm just taking one. You could use 2 as well, and I'm just wrapping it around. So there's no glue involved. This is very easy. It's very quick to do. You can do this recipe in less than 10 minutes. You can have the sprigs prepared ahead of time as well. I think they're really cute. What I'm going to do next is take some fresh cranberries right here, and I'm going to take, what you can do is as you can see, there might not be when you do this, but there's just some extra ends here. I'm just going to either break those off, or you could trim them off with some kitchen scissors. I'm going to snip them because these are so fresh. Like I said, I raided my father-in-law's rosemary shrubbery this morning. And what I'm doing, I'm taking the fresh cranberries and just skewering them on to the skewer, okay? This is very easy. Watch that sharp point. right? You know, this is just as many as it takes to fill the skewer. Let me know what your favorite mocktail or cocktail is. This is interactive, this is Facebook Live. I want to hear from you. I want to know you're there. Let me know where you are right now, and let me know what you're doing for the holidays. What are your plans? So here we have it. I'm going to put one more on the end, get a nice firm one right there. So this is just some festive flair for the mocktail. I have my straw already in here. I'm going to stick that in. And now here's another tip, okay? I mentioned that you can freeze half the bag of cranberries. You know, it'll probably take a few hours. I just do it overnight so I know they're frozen solid. And you can use frozen cranberries instead of ice cubes. This way your drink won't get watered down. You know, I would suggest anywhere from a 1/4 cup to half a cup, or even 3/4 of a cup. Put those in there. Hopefully I won't lose any cranberries here. Let me know what your favorite cocktail is for the holidays, or mocktail. Do you have any suggestions for your favorite mocktail? I'd love to try something new. So I'm just grabbing a handful. It's about, I lost a cranberry there. It's about half a cup of cranberries. That'll keep your drink nice and icy cold. Let me know if you have any questions, just type them in, and then I'm gonna give it a stir, but it's not quite ready yet. I want to add, okay, I want to add some, with my extra lime, I'm going to add some lime slices as well. Just like about an 1/8 inch thick. I'm gonna do 2. And then I love tart flavors, hence the cranberry and lime. So I'm gonna add a little lime right into the mocktail, okay? And so I just sliced a couple, right? I'm gonna add it to either side. Make sure you guys can see either side. Let me know if you can see that all right. Of the festive flair that I did these rosemary skewers with cranberries. Of that, I have my festive paper straw in here. I'm going to add also just the remaining, you know, you don't have to do this if you're not into tart flavors, but I love lime. I love the flavor of lime. And just give it a stir with my skewer here. And there you have it. It's all done. Again, this is the Chardonnay glass. Use whichever. I think I love mason jars. I think mason jars would be really, really cute with this mocktail as well. And then earlier I gave the tip, if you want to, you know, just for the 21 plus SoFabFood fans, always remember to drink responsibly. You could use Pinot Grigio, you could use Riesling or Moscato. That's from, you know, light and fruity to more sweet, being the Moscato, and make that a cocktail as well. And the full recipe is on SoFabFood.com. I'm gonna give it a try. We have our frozen cranberries in here to make this nice and icy cold. That is so delicious. So you could serve this at, you know, your next Christmas gathering, or New Year's is coming up. I have my rosemary right here. It smells so good. I want to let you know you can find this recipe on SoFabFood.com. That recipe should be live now. I want to let you know that you can also follow SoFabFood on Facebook and Instagram and other social media. I'm Sara from lifeslittlesweets.com. It's a food and lifestyle blog. You can also follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I love Snapchat as well. And there is an email list that SoFabFood sends out. You can make sure to subscribe to that. That way you won't miss any of their recipes. I'm a regular contributor to their blog, and I have several recipes on there as well. Definitely check those out. I'll check if anyone has any questions. And there you have it. I don't see any questions. Feel free to add questions if you're viewing this later on. The SoFabFood team and I will jump on there and answer any of those. And thank you so much. I just shared my citrus, cranberry, mocktail, or cocktail spritzer, and the recipe is available on SoFabFood.com. All right, I think that's it. Bye for now, and have a lovely, lovely holidays and New Year. Again, this is Sara Manez from Life's Little Sweets in partnership with SoFabFood.com. Thank you.